Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, do we have a lot to talk about, because today might be genuinely one of the craziest days in the transfer window that I've had in a long time, because Barcelona has just spent around 80 million to sign Anthony Gordon from Newcastle. Now obviously guys, I have mixed emotions about this, because any signing for 80 million is going to raise some concerns, especially when you're talking about Barcelona, you know, and this worries me for multiple reasons. First of all, Barcelona are in no position to make a signing like this, at least from what I've seen from the last couple of years. I mean, it's true, we haven't really signed any massive players. The last big player we signed that was of this caliber, I think, was literally Griezmann, and I think that was in 2019. Then we had a crazy transfer window in 2022 where we signed Lewandowski, Rafinha, Koundé, and like a bunch of other players to help us out with that season. And now it's looking like this might be another crazy transfer window, because I don't even think the transfer window has opened fully, and we've already signed Anthony Gordon, who we're going to be looking at his highlights today, right? But I'm not necessarily sure he's the right fit for us. I know in Hansi Flick's system, we really want attackers who press high up the pitch and, you know, press relentlessly, and that's not necessarily what players like Marcus Rashford were offering. Even Ferran Torres really didn't impress that much. But players like Fermin, Rafinha, even Lamine Yamal would press sometimes with like heavily. But Anthony Gordon definitely fits that style of play where you really want your attacker to be completely pressing and have a lot of pace on him. So, and you do want him to eventually stick it in the box whenever he can. So from that perspective, I do see the signing to be worth it. But it just seemed like this transfer seems to happen just overnight. Yesterday I was reporting on it on my TikTok, and then I wake up in the morning, and then a couple hours later it's pretty much confirmed. So this was crazy. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't have very high hopes with Anthony Gordon, but the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm kind of seeing where Deco and Hansi Flick were in the state of mind to make a decision like this, because it is a pretty big decision. Don't worry guys, this is not the end of the transfer window. We still have a lot of signings we could do. I know Barcelona is still looking to negotiate for Julian Alvarez. We're literally putting Ferran Torres out on the table with us alongside like 70 million in order to sign Julian Alvarez, because they want 150 million, which, if you ask me, that's completely bonkers. Yeah, like, I love Julian Alvarez, but I'm not paying 150 million for that guy, right? So we're definitely gonna have to work out some sort of deal for if we even want to think about signing Julian Alvarez. But then there's players like João Pedro. Even though Chelsea have said that he's untouchable, you know, nobody's untouchable, bro. You just name the price, name the conditions, and we can make it work, right? So that's what we're at currently right now. So without further ado, I don't really know much about Anthony Gordon. I know what type of player he is because I think he played in the first game against Barcelona, but I haven't really seen his highlights, so we're gonna be looking at that today. I don't really keep up with Newcastle games, but from what I've heard, he's been a pretty decent player for Newcastle, so let's go ahead and check him out.
Striding forwards, Gordon opens.
Ooh, okay. So it looks like there he was playing on the left wing.
Here he goes. Gordon maybe. Gordon goes for it. Against him.
Nice. Okay. Definitely doesn't look like a very... Oh my gosh. I was just going to say it doesn't look like a very technical player, but he's moving pretty swift. I've always said this. I always like players that go for those far shots, you know, players like Lamine Yamal, even Rafinha. Whatever foot it lands on, I'm taking that shot. So that I could admire from him. This seems like this was from 2 seasons ago or last season. Not necessarily this season that just happened. But still, pretty decent strike, you know? Cuts in, puts it on his right foot, second post, dribbles. Okay, yeah, he definitely has that pace.
Gordon.
He cooks this guy.
Anthony Gordon. This is a run.
Ooh, okay, I like that.
Run right. It's Gordon!
That's pretty good. He scores a lot like that, no? There's that high press. Lands on his feet. Converts it against Arsenal. Here comes, yeah, what a freaking finish. Looks like I was on his left foot. I like that.
And here's Anthony Gordon.
Again on his left. Nice. Okay, I'm liking that he's not afraid to take shots with his left. That's definitely... What even is this? ChatGPT. I like that he's not... I like that he's comfortable with taking shots with his left. Obviously, I feel like we need that with any striker that we have in Barcelona. Taking shots with left and right, being comfortable in that position is definitely something that I want. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Also, his technical ability is not as bad as I thought. You know, I honestly thought it was a lot worse, but he was doing some pretty decent dribbles in the midfield, dropping back, collecting the ball, taking it up, carrying the ball. Let's see what he does here. Okay, through the legs. Ooh, nice touch.
Able to spin away from Dominguez.
Okay.
His arrival. In the meantime, there's Anthony Gordon. It's opened up again.
Ooh.
Beautiful from Anthony Gordon.
I feel like the goalie should have done better there, but that's still a quality finish. Good dribble. Now it looks like he's playing on the right. But again, collects it on his left.
Anthony Gordon. Could be a chance to shoot here.
Oh.
Oh, mistake by Alex.
Oh, yep, there's that high press.
Gordon is in for Newcastle United.
What a finish.
Once again, it's Jacob Murphy.
I haven't seen anything like in terms of headers. I'd like to see more of that, especially if he's going to play as a 9. Oh, there, right as I said that. I'd like to see some box crashing.
Is in dangerous space. Gordon. It's another goal.
Damn, he cooked Declan Rice right there. Ooh. More cooking of Arsenal. Love that. Ooh. Right, he's also going to the World Cup. That's another thing I forgot to mention. This guy's a World Cup player, so hey, hopefully he cooks it up for the World Cup. We see a little bit more bright spots from him, and he's ready to go for the next season with Barcelona.
It's a nice cross, which is next. Isak finds the shot, and Anthony Gordon.
Oi! What a tap in. That shows he's in good positions though. Good with penalties as well.
Anthony Gordon. Gordon.
What a cross!
Goes short to Tonali.
What a cross, dude.
Gordon.
Oh, good vision. Alright, I've seen a bit. Still not convinced of this 80 million price tag. It looks like he's a quality finisher, you know, stick it in the box. You could, you know, maybe get something out of it sort of player. He's a player that definitely likes to do run in behind, so I guess that's good also. But yeah, man, I mean, he doesn't necessarily have an it factor besides his pressing that I think would be good for Barcelona. I don't know. It's going to be hard to say. He just seems like another, like a British Rafinha, to be honest.
Today is Anthony Gordon though for Newcastle.
But maybe that's what we need. Oh. Oh, what a ball. There's a lot of first time crosses that I'm liking. Woo. Didn't Anthony Gordon literally score against Barcelona this season?
Still the attack's alive.
Right there. Good.
Good ball in.
Woo. What a good press, dude.
Gordon to bring it away.
What a quality pass. Nice. Oh, you have to finish that. Woo, nice. Oh, what a mag. I forgot he played for Everton. I mean, another similarity to Rafinha that this guy has is that he played in literally a Premier League team, right? And Rafinha came from Leeds to Barcelona. That worked out pretty well from him. Maybe this is not as bad as we thought, you know? Maybe this is not as bad as we thought. It's just that 80 million price tag, man. It's like difficult to... Oi. All right. We've seen enough. So let's answer the question first. Is this a good signing for Barcelona? After thinking about it, after looking at the highlights, it is a good signing for Barcelona, okay? Is it the best signing that they could have possibly gotten? No. Right? Julian Alvarez is on the table. I think even Joao Pedro would have been good. You know, there's other people that wanted like Rafael Leao, something like that. I mean, I still think we need to spend a big budget on a center back. But at the end of the day, I think Anthony Gordon is a solid pick. I think Anthony Gordon is going to want to come to Barcelona, have something to prove. He's coming here to basically join the winners. And with Hansi Flick, I mean, we've seen what Hansi Flick does with players who show potential, right? Especially when they're pressing. Hansi Flick turns them into goal-scoring machines, right? When Rafinha was almost getting kicked out of Barcelona, Hansi Flick comes in and makes his best season that he's ever had. And obviously, you know, this season Rafinha kind of fell off a little bit, but it's because of his injuries. You have Rafinha and Anthony Gordon next year with their pressing, like along with Fermin and even Lamine. Bro, this is going to be an insane squad. I mean, the thing is, I just don't know where you would put Rafinha. Would you want to put him in the striker position? Because Rafinha doesn't really, I don't think he does well in that striker position from what I've seen. So we're going to have to see. Or maybe you put Gordon in the striker position and then you put Rafinha on the left. I feel like that's a more viable option. It's just that 80 million price tag. I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't nervous, but in Hansi Flick we trust, and in Deco as well. I mean, we can't forget Deco's the same guy who wanted Luis Diaz to come to Barcelona last year, and we all made fun of him. We're like, Luis Diaz, why would we want a Liverpool leftover? But he cooked there, and now Bayern Munich have Luis Diaz. So we're gonna have to trust Deco on his analysis, and we can't also forget that Deco brought in Cancelo, which was a big signing for us because we were down bad, especially after Balde went down for like the second time this season. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see what Anthony Gordon has in store for us. We're going to see him at the World Cup. I'm going to be definitely keeping my eye on him. And yeah, hopefully he cooks for us. The only bad thing is that I think this pretty much confirms that Marcus Rashford will not sign for Barcelona. That's unfortunate, right? I always said that even if the price tag is 30 million, I think Marcus Rashford is worth it. I think we should keep him, even if it's just for the set pieces or stuff like that. I think he's a good viable option as well. But the thing is, you can't have it all. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We took a look at Anthony Gordon's highlights. If you guys did, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. You guys take care and peace.